Hi everyone, this is Lisa Rusczyk, and today we're going to be talking about travel and budget travel. So my husband and I like to travel once or twice a year with our family, and every year we spread up a spreadsheet. And in this class I'm going to show you how to create the spreadsheet and how to find deals to put on your spreadsheet to finally decide where to go on vacation. And hopefully you can go on vacation at a great price. We found some deals in the past. And I will show you how to analyze your different deals and decide where you should go to make your final decision on where to go on vacation. So please join me in this class, and I'm excited to get started, and I hope you can pick your next vacation and find a deal. All right, see you in class. Okay, let's get started. First, I'm going to show you this spreadsheet I created, and I created it for free in Google Docs. So Google Docs has spreadsheets for free, and I'm going to explain to you a little bit what's on the spreadsheet. So we love to cruise and go to all-inclusive resorts, so we put both on here. So the first column is the ship or hotel name, then the start date, the location, where it departs, if there's a flight or not, how many nights it is, then the least expensive room, we call it the cheapest room. We always stay in inside cabins, so that's one tip to get good deals. Then taxes, tips. Now you have to pay tips extra, so you pay tips. It's $11 a day on cruises, where in all-inclusive resorts you don't. It's already included in the price, so that's something we had to think about. Parking, how much parking is for the trip, and we added it per day. And the total cost per person. So we're assuming this is 2 people. This was actually before we had our children. So this is how much each day would, or the total price per person, and then the day per person. And finally, the port of call, or the link to where we could find the deal. All right, I'll show you a few things we've also done that was simple. So while you're using spreadsheets, one thing we used is, you can see this right up here. This is how we found the total per person. So the sum of G4 to I4 plus J4 to 8 times F4 divided by 4. So as you can see, you can use multiplication and addition in Google Docs and Google Spreadsheets to find out the answer to the total per person. And then we divided it by the number of days, which is in that column, and that's how we got the price per day. And that's how you can see this nice spreadsheet. So you can also see we put in the vacation day today and then how many days left. So you can actually just subtract the vacation day minus the day to show days left on Google Spreadsheets, which was kind of nice when we were booking this, because we were excited about when we were going on vacation. All right, so let's look at this more in depth and what we finally decided on. So here you can see we then sorted it by the price per day, so you can see how much each day costs, and it's around about $100. So you can see here and how it went up to about $200 or when we got to all-inclusive resorts. So there's some things you just need to think about that are different. For example, you might find a good deal, but then you have to pay tips and taxes, or you have to pay for a flight, and then it's not that good of a deal. So this is how we initially first decide on where to go on our vacations. And I hope this spreadsheet will help you as we look for future deals to decide on a vacation. If you were wondering from the last video where we ended up going on that first cruise on the NCL Gem. And here's some pictures of our wonderful trip. We had a really great time. And as you see, we went for about $100 a day. All right. So this spreadsheet looks really nice, and my husband likes to color code it and things like that when we show it to our friends, so we can decide together where we're going to go. But here's another spreadsheet that we also made that you can tell doesn't look quite as nice, but this was just for my husband and I. So what you can do is share it up here, and you can put in your friends' email addresses, and then you can share it with other people. So this is where you can decide the people that can see it. You'll enter their email address, and then you could choose can edit, can comment, or can view. So you can send it to your friends that way. But here you can see here's the difference between a Punta Cana 5-day, Punta Cana 7-day, and a cruise that leaves out of Charleston, and a cruise that leaves out of Miami. So you can see we added just different things. For example, hotel transport to the hotel in flight, baggage, tips if we're going on excursions, gas to get to the place where we're going to leave from. So again, number of nights, and then finally the average cost per night. So you can see here an all-inclusive would be about $300 a night, while the cruise is about $277 a night. So the cruise may have looked like a better deal in the beginning, but when you start adding tax and tips or flights, it starts to get more expensive. So here we talked about our thoughts. So it's almost identical cost per day, and we just did some more calculations down here about where to park. So another way to save money on cruises or hotels is where to park. You could park at the airport. There's smart parks, so there's a little bit expensive places outside of the airport. Micro hotel, so this was $110 for a room. So you could stay at a room the night before, and then they'll keep your car there. So that's how much that would cost. And parking spot was another inexpensive place to park outside the airport. So that's just another way to save money while you're traveling. All right, and here's some more information. Hotel the night before, bag costs at the airport. Sometimes bags aren't included in your flight, so you have to include that. Flight and all-inclusive resort. Fee to get to Punta Cana travel card. When you go to Punta Cana, it's $20 to get in, and you have to buy it at the airport. So that's an extra fee you have to think about when you're booking discount travel. And shuttle to the airport and back. Sometimes shuttle is included and sometimes it's not. So you have to think about including that. And you have to make sure you get a reputable shuttle when you get to certain places. So that could be important. For example, one time we went to Punta Cana and they said we had a shuttle. So we paid for the shuttle. I think it was, let's say, $20 a person. We got the shuttle to the hotel, but we had to go to a special thing while we were at the hotel to book our transport back. Well, I didn't want to waste my vacation time going to a special talk to get my travel back. So we never, they never booked our travel back from the hotel to the airport. So we had to pay an extra $20 to get another transport back to the airport, but I thought it was worth it because I wasn't going to waste an afternoon of my vacation listening to a spiel because I bought on Travelocity certain transportation. So those are just things to think about when you're traveling, and hopefully some of these tips are helpful as you book your budget travel. Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to fill out that spreadsheet. So where do you find these deals and information? I'm going to show you some websites and how I use them and how they might be different than other people use them. Alright, so the first website is Kayak. And this is where you can look for hotels, flights, cars, packages, activities, trips. So let's say for an all-inclusive that is a, let's just say a flight and then an all-inclusive hotel at the end. You might look at packages to see what the price is there and then try and price it yourself. So see how much the flight is and how much the hotel is. And you might be able to get a flight with one website and a hotel on another website that's cheaper than the package that you found together. Or the package might be a better deal. So that's something you'll need the spreadsheet for to find out. So here you'll just put in the hotel. So we like Iberostars. And you'll choose your dates. And if you log into Kayak, you'll actually be able to choose more search options. So you'll be able to choose a bigger time frame. Let me log in here real quick. So here we'll type in Iberostar again. Stars. And that's really just a chain of hotels. Again, you choose the dates. And when you search here, it'll find deals at that resort or similar resorts. By searching this way. But when you search for flights, you can actually choose flexible dates. So +1 or +3 days after, before, or a weekend, or even a flex month. And this is helpful. So for example, if you want a flight to the Dominican Republic, which is PUJ, well, it's 2, so I live near the Philadelphia area, so PUJ. And let's just say the flex month of, and we'll choose, we'll start this month and just see what happens. And we want to go for, let's say, 4 to 6 nights. And we'll click search. So here you can start to see the flights and how much they would be around a certain area. So let's click this 349 flight. And you can see where it is and You can see it's non-stop and it's about 4 hours from Philadelphia. So this seems like a good deal and we'll click on it. So let's see. Oh, it expired or is lost. All right, let's find another one. Huh, that's never happened to me before. All right, so you can see the different dates. Let's choose, they're all $3.49 is the lowest. So I'll click on this one. So it departs here and you can see the return. So this is priced separately. Let's click View Deal. So here you can see the price it would cost for one adult to fly there. And this is something that you can add into your spreadsheet and keep searching. Also notice they always have these deals. So if you get an American Airlines card and put it on there, you can save $100. So we usually do things like that and then just cancel the cards later. So that's one tip you could do. All right, let's look at some other things. If you're looking on going on a cruise and you've chosen your cruise, so let's say you went on, just say Travelocity, and looked at all the cruises and you found a good price on a cruise, then you can go to Cruise Compete and different travel agents will bid on the cruise that you're going to go on. So what you'll do is pick the cruise that you're interested in based on your spreadsheet that you've already chosen. Let's just say this was the one. We usually go on NCL. I'm actually a Platinum member now. I chose things that were difficult to find in the search results. Let me move this back. All right, so if you want to get a quote, you will put in your username and password. So you'll have to create an account on Cruise Compete. And we've already created one. Okay, so if you want to create a quote, you'll click Get New Quotes and choose the one that you're interested in. And they will then send you offers based on what you chosen on deals that they can give you for your different cruises. So this is one way that we find cruises. After we found a good price, then we'll go on this site and travel agents will bid on us to see what is the lowest price we could find. So this is another nice place you can find cruise specials if you're interested. So they do have different cruise specials. One thing you need to think about is how you're going to get to the port. So you might find a good special, but it might be in Miami or different things like that. So for example, this is a 7-night Canada New England cruise. We did this Canada cruise once and we really loved it. Halifax, St. John, and Portland. So this is, I think, a really nice cruise. And you can see the dates down here. And one other thing we do is we have children now, so we look for kids sail free deals. So when we can match up these good deals with kids sail free, that's when we try and book it. All right, so it looks like it's leaving from New York. So you have to think about parking. We've left from New York before, and there's a few different places you can park there. There's a place, it's called Park and Save. It's about 2 blocks from the cruise ship terminal. And you'll have to wait in line there at the streets in Manhattan, but it's kind of nice that you can park there for, it's I think $20 less a day than at the port. You can park right at the port and just drive right up there, and that's another way. Or you could stay at a hotel the night before and keep your car at a certain hotel and they'll drive you over. Some of those hotels are out of the city. So, and one of the last things you could do is around Allentown, they have a bus. And you can take the bus on cruise ship days to and from the port in Manhattan. So that's another way for parking in that area. So let's click on the sail date for more information. And this is where you can choose this information to see what kind of deals you can get from there. All right, so that's Cruise Compete. Apple Vacations has all-inclusive information, and this is a way to get a hotel and a flight together that you might like, and then look at other websites to see if you can get better deals or not. But this is a good place to find all-inclusive information and deals. So, for example, 3 nights is $549. So you have to find your airport that you're close to. For example, this says from Dallas, Fort Worth, but there might be other airports that are closer to you, or it's worth the drive for you. So that's Apple Vacations is another website. Frontier is a great place to get deals on flights. So if you click on online deals, this is where you can put in the city that you're closest to. I'm closest to Philadelphia. and you can find the different flights that are inexpensive. So for example, let's say if I want to go to Florida and I'm not sure exactly where I want to go to Florida, I can choose St. Augustine here, which is only $49. Now that's each way. And then you'll have to choose the dates. So being flexible with dates is the one way to save money. So for example, these dates that it's showing me now are $150, so it's not that $49. So you'll just have to look at the month and see where the best deals are. That's the lowest one they show you. So you'll have to choose a flight each way. So if we want to go for a quick vacation, for example, I might look, oh look, here's some $59 ones. So if we leave on Friday and come back on Monday, you'll see, oh, sorry. If we leave Friday, and I'll continue, and here you can find club member prices and not club member prices, so you'll have to just decide, and then you'll have to choose your return trip. And that's one way to find deals on flights. And the last thing I'm going to tell you is when you book, so for example, we have a Discover card, and when you do certain things on your Discover card, so for example, in January through March, gas and ground transportation is 5% back, or restaurants and movies or home improvement. So we try and book vacations around when Discover or our Visa card happens to have 5% cash back. So that's another way we could save money on traveling. All right, everyone, thank you for taking this course. I thought I'd share with you quickly some of my pictures from my last family trip with my kids. We chose Kids Sail Free, and we thought we got a good deal on this, but we also went to an all-inclusive resort, and for the 4 of us, including flights, it was $1,100 for the entire thing. So hopefully that motivates you to get excited about traveling with your family and all the fun things that you can do with as your family or personal travel or wherever you want to go. But I personally love cruises we usually go to the Bahamas, and I love all-inclusive resorts because it's just different and you could relax. There's just different qualities to each one. So hopefully you can use these spreadsheets and hopefully find travel that you'll enjoy at a discount. So I will share with you the spreadsheets and some of the links that I talked about today. And for the class project, please share your travel photos with us. I'd love to see them. And hopefully it will get you out of your office a little bit more and to travel. All right, I hope you enjoyed this class, and please review it if you liked it, and hopefully I'll see you in some of my other classes. All right, have a great day. Bye.